Hey guys, my name is Olivia Wilson, editor of the Limelight Journal and narrator for today's commentary on women in art. Today we are taking a trip to two museums in the Jacksonville area, the Museum of Contemporary Art Jacksonville and the Cummer Museum Art and Gardens, which I will feature later. The Museum of Contemporary Art Jacksonville is owned by the University of North Florida and features installations, sculpture, and hung mediums like paintings and drawings. When we first entered the museum, we encountered a large 40-foot installation dedicated to the topic of Americanism and family trees. When I first came up the steps, I was generally disappointed at the lack of female and people of color representation there were in the pieces. All of them were incredible pieces on their own, but it does go to show, even if two artists work in the same medium, it may be a challenge to secure a spot or to prove your craft over a white male artist. The second floor definitely redeemed this, as the floor was called Romancing the Mirror, and it took a look at female artists and how they chose to represent themselves and their femininity. One artist who really challenged my thinking was Frances Goodman, a South African-born woman. Her work featured hand-stitched sequins on canvas. I found this incredibly interesting as a medium because sequins are commonly associated with women's clothing. They have an incredible shape and reflect. Navi Amun formed this sculpture of women's breasts out of glass. I believe the interior represents hollowness. Women historically have been viewed as shells, nothing of substance to offer except for their bodies. It also could represent the vulnerability, as you can see straight into the inside of the sculpture. I was also satisfied with the top floor, as it was dedicated to an artist named Allie Brody and her contribution to street art over the years. The Cummer Museum is a well-known museum in the Jacksonville area, as it attracts lots of traffic. I chose Friday night to attend because it was free to the public. The museum mostly featured early European art and Christian art, with small indigenous section of art. Most European artists were men poorly relaying the experiences with women. Most work was meant to romanticize their beauty, which continues even today to reinforce Eurocentric beauty standards. I found this both boring and disappointing, because even though work like this is crucial to understanding history, we have seen it at every museum, which leaves us with very basic experiences. Even in the modern art section, featuring works from Andy Warhol, Damien Hirst, and Ben Burnham, there was few women and few artists of color. I would like to mention the Damien Hirst piece, as he used flies and resin as his medium, and entitled it Black Sun. I believe if a woman were to submit this same piece, it would draw the same awe, but more disgust than praise. As society doesn't praise women who are into bugs, as it is even seen as more masculine since early childhood. I believe the Museum of Contemporary Art Jacksonville had very compelling pieces and great respect for the contribution of women and artists of color. While the Coloring Museum was greatly lacking, as it places more value on historical talking pieces rather than representation, which I hope it can lean towards in the future. I hope you enjoyed these day trips with me and soaking in the environment through my thoughts and feelings. I'm satisfied to have shared 2 different museums with you on my perfect day.